Rumor is a skittish dog, and she's gonna get teleport.
Hello and welcome to The Answers of Lemon, the smartest icebreakers from the dumbest dudes. Do you want to impress, wow, and entertain the firemen who showed up at your new apartment at 4 o'clock in the morning? Well, give them something to talk about on the ride home with some weird questions. Showing you how to do it is your god of odd, Connor.
And I personally love firemen at any time of day, except for the hours of 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., I think, actually. And so I don't know that I'd be super ready to wow one at 4 a.m. as much as encourage them gently to please leave after they've put out the fire they've probably come here to take care of, because that is something that I would do at that time of day. Hi.
Well, fortunately for you and our two listeners, these questions also work great in any other type of situation, usually social. Oh, shit. I'm your humble host, Evan. I always forget to do that.
That's important.
But what else is important is getting into our Weird Questions in the Wild. We ask you, our two listeners, on social media for Weird Question Wednesday, what's going on in your world for our questions. And we get to shout a couple of you out that we like. So I'm going to start with the question we posed was, you've been inducted into the Human Being Hall of Fame. What for? And I got a wonderful answer from Parker from TikTok. They are in for being the most stressed / overwhelmed for seemingly no reason person. However, they're just a nominee. And I really wanted to help boost their numbers for the call-in program that I'm sure they're part of. If you could vote for Parker, I think they really deserve this nomination inductation. I don't actually know what the noun form of it is.
Yeah, they seem like a shoo-in, I would say, because even in a question where they've already been inducted into the Hall of Fame, they have downgraded themselves to this tenuous, not quite in their position, which is exactly what an irrationally stressed out person would do.
Yeah, adding unnecessary stress. So yeah, big ol' shout outs for them. Got a big kick out of that answer. Connor, what's yours?
Yeah, I also, really appreciated the answers for you're getting inducted into the Human Being Hall of Fame. And
Nice.
I am going to have to modify this particular response because Sad Ken on Reddit said some kind of admin error, I suspect. So I'm going to go ahead and nominate Sad Ken for the least confident, most disbelieving human being.
Yeah. Oh man. Poor guy. Why do we have such sad people answering our questions? Guys, it's okay. You could be in for a cool reason.
To be fair, some people were like self-confident. They're just not as interesting to me,
That's
I guess.
fair.
Like somebody else, character most 395 said my hot bod, and I'm so glad for you.
Yeah.
Character most 395. I'm sure your bod is so hot, and I'm glad that you got into the Human Being Hall of Fame for it. But it's more fun. I feel like more amongst my people to talk about the dude who says, must have been a mistake.
That's so fun. I guess I'm glad we're helping pick up people when they're down. Maybe because we've been there. I don't know. But if you want to give your answers for the Weird Question Wednesday fun, you can find us on our social media, wherever you find social media at.
The answer is a lemon.
The answer is a lemon. So yeah, going back to our fun little open. So I moved into a new apartment, and I now have a literal answer to one of our previous questions being, what are the 3 things you would save if you, your loved ones, and your pets are all safe in the case of a fire?
Thank you so much for calming my nerves at the beginning of this scenario so that I don't have to be concerned about, like, first off, I can see the background of your video call, which is
Yes.
not burnt to a crisp. And I
No.
assume the place that you were renting, yesterday and the day before. So that helps. But also knowing that
Yes.
your cats were already safe, loved ones all taken care of. And
Yes.
so you did actually grab three things.
I did grab three things. So basically, we were awoken at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning with fire, fire. And so we freak out. We jump out of bed. Like I rip on the first pants I can find. Leah throws like a hoodie over her jammies, and we find the cats. I fucking rip the couch like a foot away from the wall to rip Diego out of it. Leah slams Salem into the carrier, and we get them into the car. And I'm like, is there anything else we need? And Leah, in her sleep deprived state, just goes, plushes. So I run back into the house, not knowing what's going on. I'm like, okay, I need to save Leah's plush. So I grab a couple of her things. So the three things that I ended up taking were my patch jacket, my brown one,
Okay.
Pikachu, who was on the list in the podcast.
Excellent.
I nabbed
Excellent.
him, and my journal, because that was the only other thing readily accessible that I'm like, ah. So
Okay. So disclaimer, kids, don't try this at home. Don't go back into
don't
your house.
no,
Don't do
but
that.
fortunately, as we expected, it was a faulty alarm. Our smoke detectors went off 5 times in 2 days, and we just ended up ripping them out of the walls because we couldn't do it any longer.
Yeah.
Leah ends up looking online, and there are 160 reviews for the model that we have installed in our new apartment, all 1 star.
Ooh.
All for going off at 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what roosters are for, not fire alarms.
Yep. So
So I'm
I
impressed with the like alarm that you actually had at that early in the morning. I have never been awoken by an alarm at that kind of hour and thought anything other than I'm just going to go back to sleep. I don't. I do get up and I leave the house and I stand outside groggily in my pajamas and think, I'm not dying. I have enough preservation instinct that, like a good person, even though I think there's absolutely no fucking goddamn reason, because who does at 4 a.m., I do still go outside.
That's fair. We had to
But I've
wait in the
never
car
gone
because it
back
was
in.
pouring.
I've never gone back in for the plushes.
We had literally moved in the day before. So it's just like
Oh, so
all
you
of
just
our
had them like
shit.
in a crate.
No, we were sleeping with them because they're our plushes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
Um,
that actually brings up an interesting question because we've both just done quite a bit of moving,
yeah.
and so yeah, were the plushes the very first thing that you unpacked?
Leah did a lot of the unpacking. I don't. My one job was to find the screws to the bed, and I couldn't. So I don't remember what I unpacked. All I remember is my resounding failure.
I'm sorry.
They were
I'm sorry.
exactly where Leah said they would be. I'm just a fucking idiot.
If it makes you feel any better, I still haven't found the screws for the desk. The sit to stand desk, which is the most mobile desk aside
Yep.
from something on wheels. So the most important to actually get the screws for, still don't
Yep.
know. Still don't know.
So I guess we should just get into it since we're talking about it anyway. How's it been? We both moved studios, so
Yeah, that we did. Although my bedroom has a shockingly similar setup.
I
I
thought it
am
was the
still
goddamn same.
I
I thought
right? Yeah, I
I
got
thought you
my
broke in to the old apartment like the fucking speaker from the Bare Naked Ladies, and were like, I just need to be back here. I need to record in the old spot.
for those who aren't into the deep cuts of Bare Naked Ladies. Excellent band with an
It,
excellent song called Old Apartment.
it's the opening track off their greatest hits. It ain't that fucking deep of a cut.
I mean, general population, I think anything other than if I
It's
had $1 million.
been.
And yeah. Uh, to answer your question, little up and down, little, some column A, some column B going on. It's nice being in a new space and being able to mold it in my image, but
Okay,
it's
God.
hard. It's hard to be in a house that still needs so much stuff. It's like walking through a marketplace with $5 that you've been sent to buy milk with,
Yep.
and you just need to go past a gauntlet of candy salespeople who want your money very badly. I need to walk past all of the things that I haven't done yet to get to the one thing I've chosen to do without losing focus. There's also like a Sisyphean twist because every time I go to buy candy from somebody, it turns out they're just selling milk too instead. And now there's a whole new gauntlet of things I need to get past. It's always milk. It's never candy. And I don't have enough money. That's how I've been. Always milk, never candy. I don't have enough money. How about you? How have you been?
The breakdown of that metaphor just so clearly shows your goddamn mental state, and I am so sorry for you, my friend. I'm getting the milk, woman. Your poor wife.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, that's yeah, but I do like being here. It's nice to be like forward momentum. Just got to get a lot of stuff done between
yeah.
now and then. And it's not easy having so many things on the to-do list.
No, it's tough being an adult. It's nicer when you're a kid and then the adults do all the hard stuff and you just play video games and then stuff changes around you.
Yeah.
But I've been mostly good. The new space is very nice. It's a lot bigger, cleaner, and cheaper, so I'm happy about all of those. The thing that I do want to talk about is how people say like, "Oh, I got my college body back," and how that's like supposed to be a good thing. I realized because of the move that it's not necessarily a good thing when you have horrific knee pain in your junior year of college and then you forget about it until it rears its ugly fucking head moving two 12-foot box trucks worth of shit.
Yeah,
So
that's too bad, man.
I got my college body back on.
Oh, glad to hear it.
I
We should
forgot
get
that
some
I had
cheers then.
IT band issues.
Yeah,
So
I don't remember that particular chapter in your aches and pains.
yeah, it was junior year. I don't know why. I think I know it started up because I was hauling freshmen's shit up to their rooms because I was an orientation leader because I thought I was going to get paid and then I didn't get paid. I just did charity. It's not the type of person that I am.
I mean, it's not easy doing charity, but at least you know that when you're getting into it and afterwards you can feel good about it. Accidentally doing charity is
Yep.
way worse because you don't
Yep.
even get to feel like a good person because you went
No,
into
like
it for the money.
yeah, I met cool people and that's great and all, but like I don't talk to any of them anymore and I don't have money. So I'm like, well, what do I have to fucking show? So yeah, but I found out that my body's in better shape than I thought it was, and I didn't hurt my back doing all the locomotion. So I'm calling it wins all around.
All right, man. All right. College body, knee problems for the win.
Yeah, no back pain, knee pain. I'll take it because the knee pain has also gone away.
Keep this going, and you'll be downgraded to toe pain.
Yeah, and then
That'll
maybe
be
I
it.
can bench a plate again. That'd be swell.
Ooh, something to look forward to.
Yeah, yeah. But what else we have to look forward to is the start of our questions for this week's podcast. I don't have my dice on me, so I need to let Google do all the rolling. So
Wait.
no, it's
hang
too
on.
late,
No,
dude. It
I've
sounds
got it
so
right
bad when you
here.
do it. All right, do it.
I'm just gonna throw it up in the air and catch it and use my thumb.
That's what I do,
91.
so it doesn't make a noise. 91,
Yeah.
dude. Google was 97.
Whoa, almost a
Whoa.
coincidence.
Spooky. What
10% of a coincidence.
unitasker do we actually need?
Oh, so this is something that I have struggled with at different times. The like unitasker and getting them out of your home. Uh, the like kitchen concept, right? I
Yeah.
bet people
Yeah,
probably
that's
know.
that's how
The
that's how I view it. What's the last unitasker that you got rid of?
That's a good question. Probably the ginger plate. You ever
The
seen one of
fuck's a
those?
ginger plate?
Yeah, it's probably not the right word for it, but it's like a little dish, like bigger than a half dollar. But it's got like it's porcelain and it's got these tiny little teeth that like
Yeah, it
shred the
it
ginger. You can use it for garlic also.
it looks like like a orange lemon fruit reamer, but without the cone.
Yeah, yeah, like if you modeled the lemon reamer after a leech, you
Oh,
know?
that's I hate how accurate that is.
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself with another shitty comparison that actually makes sense this time.
Sorry. Sorry that I had to redeem myself in the first place. Uh,
It's okay.
so
We're just dumb. We need to accept that fact, but
yeah, the unitasker that I actually need, you know, it's hard. It's the temperature gauge. Sometimes you got to know how hot things are, and it doesn't do anything other than stab, which not really all that useful. But you got to know how hot things
yep.
are. That's all it do. That's all it needs to do.
So a
Temperature
thermometer.
gauge. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay.
you could call it that.
Yeah. No, I get it. So you don't. What do you use it for? Are you a meat temper guy, or you like check in your I don't know your simmer levels?
It depends. It comes up a lot in home brewing, which I haven't done in a little while, but you do
Okay.
need to know the temperature of things. There's all this like deep lore about enzymatic compounds and the ideal temperature for different, like depending on your grist bill. I think most of those actually make sense to homebrewers, but it's very precise and very persnickety.
That's some fucking nerd shit. Just give me the brew.
And sometimes Alita will make candy, in particular cashew brittle. And if you
Cool.
want to get your sugar right, you got to get that
Yep.
heated up to just the right temp.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Because I only ever use them for meats, so I make sure I'm not killing my loved ones. Everything else, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Because you're supposed to heat up the water for bread and stuff. I'm like, I just put my finger in it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's warm enough.
All right, and that's 5 seconds, 2-degree burn. We're ready to go.
Right? Boiled. Okay. Cool. I like your answer to this because it's a thing that exists. Because my brain was like, create a unitasker that we actually need.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Yeah. And I don't know why, but for me, the answer is macarons. I want just a macaron maker. Because I love those dainty little pastries. But I don't want to fucking do all this shit with the egg whites and the separating of the yolks, and that's too much hassle.
Yeah, all I know
But I still
about
want to have
macarons is
weird flavors.
they are like pure hassle to make.
Yeah. And then like they all do they're all very expensive and they're fancy flavors. And I like doing my own weird shit. So like let me do my own Oreo macarons. Like
Ooh.
have me do my peanut butter jelly macarons or my lavender water, rose water, which is more in the macaron area, but like fuck it, s'mores. Like give me the heavy flavors. I know it's a light little dainty tea thing, but no, I like give me something crazy. Candied bacon. Let's party down, man. And that way, this little unitasker, I just throw the shit in it, and then I get my wacky macarons, which is also a great business name.
Man, your answer is so much better than mine. I just reported like my personal favorite of it in the kitchen. Just got to know how hot things are. And you're over here with this like Dr. Seussian, pour all the ingredients in, and like in my, it's got to be a little conveyor belt, right? It makes a whimsical sound and then like produces a macaron
Yeah.
one after the other.
Gloved hands squeeze the batter out.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you just considered that it's because you're stupid and I'm not?
Maybe, man. Yeah. I should I shouldn't inhibit my imagination. I promise
Well,
nothing but whimsical, imaginative answers from here on out.
what is whimsical Connor's gut answer in this moment? It doesn't have to be good, but it has to be imaginative.
I need a movement targeted uh, condiment catapult. So if I want jam on my bread, I throw it in the air and it gets shot with jam. If I need a little bit more mustard, I just toss it into the air. Like call out a command, like when you're throwing when you're sending out think like pigeons for shooting practice. Instead of saying pull, I go mayo, and then something in the kitchen smacks it like headshot right between the eyes of my sandwich.
And it always
And then
knocks it onto the plate.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know when we left the realm of unitasker and entered the realm of Sunday morning cartoon, but I'm here for it. Like, let's go. How wacky can we make our breakfast?
This answer was brought to you by the fact that I saw somebody online recreated the Wallace and Gromit breakfast,
Okay.
and you just don't know what special effects these days, but I'm pretty sure he did get jam shot at a piece of toast that was hurled in the air.
That's awesome. How was the
Right?
coverage?
Oh, it was pretty solid. And like
Nice.
maybe absurdly splat shaped, you know?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In my mind at least, it had the like I'm a fly on a that got hit with a fly swatter in a Nintendo 64 game kind of a splat.
Okay. Yeah, I dig. All right. Moving on. Roll that die, buddy.
51.
51. Moving up halfway in the world. About what insignificant subject are you madly passionate?
I've got a lot of passion for a lot of things, but it's very difficult for me to tell which ones are actually insignificant because none of them feel that way to me. I'm kind of inclined to say anything I care about is really important.
Wow, your ego is huge, my dude.
But I've got some self-awareness about it, so that's okay.
Yeah, I guess it all evens out in the wash. All those reds and whites just become pink. What
Uh,
insignificant subject am I madly passionate?
okay, you know what? Actually, here we go. This is something real life is helping me out with this. My noise canceling is probably going to catch this, but right
Yep.
now, I don't actually have a ceiling. Did you know that?
Yes, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me how you're going to just kind of keep it tall.
Yeah, so right now we just didn't put the ceiling back in the room, and so I have full access to the attic, which
Yep.
means that I can hear the rain that has recently started coming down.
Okay.
And it turns out that that reminded me one of the most special sensory experiences of my childhood was being in my pop-up camper while it rained, because the
Okay.
plink sounds of the rain on that particular type of plastic was just so perfect.
Yep.
And I've never been I've been in a couple of campers and they've never made that same exact noise. And so I've now realized that I have really strong opinions about the sounds of rain hitting things.
That's very fun. So are you seeking that high to feel like a child again, or was it one of those sonic noises that just really scratched that part of the back of your head?
I think it's I think it's a little bit of both because it does bring me back to a really specific time in my childhood, but I also think that not all rain sounds are made equal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, some rain on things is just dull and sad, and other times it's too clinky and metallic, and it's too loud. Right now, I'd probably give my roof in the rain that just started coming down. Uh, probably a B plus because no, I'm gonna go with B minus because I can hear it hitting the like roof tiles, and that's good.
Yes.
Tells me
Okay.
it's raining. But I can also hear the rain hitting the vents, which are too metallic and too plinky, and they kind of
Okay.
overwhelm the rest of the rain sounds. And so that's I'm going to cut myself off there because I've just remembered this is an insignificant topic that other people will not care about.
Yeah, but I care about it, so fuck them. Now, does it affect you more solely what it is hitting, or is it like the frequency, like a heavy rain or a light rain? Or does all rain please you?
No, so it's got to be it's less I do like all forms of rain and I need a ceiling that can handle heavy to light rain. Like I want to be able to enjoy it when it's a good solid downpour as well as a light drizzle.
Okay.
And right now, yeah, this the roof right now is not handling the heavy rain so well. The metal is overwhelming the rest of the pleasanter rain sounds. It's like it sounds like it's just hitting the gutters, but I know that's not right. And
Right.
so yeah, it's not nailing it for me. Not 100%.
I think when it comes to rain, for me, I just like my favorite way to listen to the rain is to sit on a porch.
Mm.
That way, like I'm just listening to the sound of the rain as opposed to the the echo in the encasement, because I'm hearing more of the outside rain than the rain above me.
You know, to me, it's tough to beat being on a lake or like near a lake. There's something about the rain hitting another larger body of water that really adds something to the
I
sonic
Yeah,
experience.
it's a bummer for a day, but there's something nice about rain at a beach too. So I totally get that.
Mm,
So look at that, we're both passionate about insignificant
there we
rain.
go.
um, for me, I think it's less specific, more in the moment. But whenever I see really fucking dope animation, if I'm watching something with someone else, I will just begin geeking at them about it. I don't know how many times I would watch Attack on Titan with others, and when they were just flying with the ODM gear, I would just start going off about it. Like I can't remember what I watched recently, but it used three. I think it was in Bochi the Rock. It used 3D really well to fit in with the regular 2D animation. It took me
That's
like a
tough.
second watch to notice it. I'm like, hey, this is actually a really cool way to do it. And in Dandadan, they do first person view shots in a couple of scenes, mostly with characters running. And I'm like, it even though the animation was a little bit on the sparse side, just the way that they detailed all of the scenery and the use of the limbs flying in and out of frame really made you feel like you were in that body moving at breakneck speed. So yeah, I just or like the backgrounds in Atlantis, I'll just start shouting. They're just so fucking cool. I just go, ah, look at those.
Do you have inverse reactions? Are there any times where you watch something and the animation just like ruins it for you?
No, no.
Nice. Well, that's excellent because then you have nothing but good things from that, and you could ignore like mediocre to bothersome animation.
Yeah, because there's definitely stuff that has not scratched in it my the parts of me, like the that cartoon on Cartoon Network that was like a teen reality show. They were on an island.
Total Drama Island.
Sure, I didn't care for that art style, but I didn't watch it because the show didn't interest me, not because I didn't like the art. And there's another show that I watched a little bit called Kotaro Lives Alone. It's about this 4-year old who's super mature and just lives in an apartment alone and hangs out with like 30-year-olds and is a lot more together than everyone else. It's a depressing comedy. The animation is very limited and sparse, but it's endearing in its crudeness. Like in this, none of these statements are to take away from the artists in the studios making it. Like, y'all are doing so much fucking better than I ever will. Like, all art is fucking valid unless it's AI. Fuck that shit. But it's just like, it's not, you can see that it doesn't have as much of the budget, but it's still worthwhile and cool.
Yeah.
I like art, man.
Yeah. And I think, good art is not going to be liked by everybody. It should give different people should have different reactions to it. And
Yeah.
so, like if you watch something and you're like, this is just so not up my alley, that's because it is really up someone's particular alley. It can't be
Yeah.
up everybody's alley.
Then we'd all
Like
marry the
Beavis and
same girl,
Butthead.
and that don't work.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what my Jojo always said before he died. I don't know why.
Ready for the
Yes,
next one?
please.
I have the power today.
He
All
is
right.
he is raring to go, folks. He's clutching it like he's about to throw the game-winning fastball to strike out the side.
Time to ponder my orb. 46.
46, moving up slightly. What are your pets' 4 Pokemon moves?
Okay.
Okay, so I have been sitting on this one for ages. Okay,
Great.
Salem.
Okay, because you can describe these while I look up some Pokemon moves.
So Salem, she's kind of like a Delcatty, skitty girl. She's very pretty. She's very prim, but she is manic. So she's definitely got fury swipes because those paws just start fucking going when she's going at it. She is stupid fast. Like I can outpace Diego with a lot of stuff. Salem catches me off guard. So she definitely has both agility and quick attack. That is how fast she is. And she's the prettiest little goober you have ever seen in this world. So of course she has charm. How could she not have charm? Look at that baby girl. She's asleep on my bed over there. And then there's Diego, who is a very simple, stupid, thick-headed boy. Who knows? Flop, chomp, bite, and flamethrower.
And
No
flamethrower.
fucking reaction?
And flamethrower?
I expected a laugh out of flamethrower. Fuck you.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that you have an answer. Like to me, I was waiting for because this one time a candle got knocked over.
No, just look at Diego. Tell me if he were a Pokemon, he would not know flamethrower.
Fair enough. You've got me there.
It's not everything has to have a story. Sometimes you're just like, that fucking guy knows flamethrower. I had in one of the ROM hacks I was playing, I got the fire cat Pokemon. I don't remember its name. It's a cutie though. I named him Diego and I taught him flamethrower because my boy knows flop, bite, crunch, and flamethrower or chomp. Which is the Pokemon move? Is it crunch or chomp?
I know Crunch is.
Okay,
I
then
think that's
that
a
one.
dark type. Yeah. Okay. All right. I do not have the encyclopedic knowledge that you do, and I am not prepared. Did not get this assignment ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is give you one for each of my dogs. I am going to give you Growl for Mocha because that is a huge part of her life. It's how she
Yes.
communicates. It's how she keeps the house safe. Growl. Everyone's attack getting lowered in the neighborhood every day. I don't know how the male people survive with such devastatingly low attack power. Rumor is a skittish dog, and she is going to get teleport.
Yeah, she's definitely got that Abra sense to her. Like, I don't learn anything else. I need to get the fuck out of here
I'm going.
right now.
Take me away.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, you've gotten Rumor done and dusted. She is perfect, correct, one move, only move. We do need to flesh out Mocha because she's definitely got a full kit. What with her proclivity to eat chicken bones, does like this swallow is one of the moves that you use with stockpile to regain your health. I
Yep.
would like to petition
100%.
that Mocha no swallow.
Absolutely. Well done. No notes. Good.
And I feel like there's like Pokemon move eyes. It's like cute eyes or angel eyes, baby doll eyes. Baby doll eyes lowers the target's attack stat by 1 stage. I have to assume that Mocha gives those eyes as well because I have seen her look and ask for pets.
Well done. Yep. Definitely. Thank you for fleshing out our move set. Now, what do you have for number four?
That's your fucking job. You train her.
Damn it.
I'm
Okay.
not.
All right.
So far, I've kicked the shit out of your dogs with my 2 cats.
Okay. I'm gonna go with so Mocha is she's not great at playing with other dogs.
Okay.
Uh, so I'm gonna say because she just gets like she just can't tell the difference between dogs having fun and
Yeah.
dogs harassing each other, and she just kind of breaks everything up. I'm gonna give
Yep.
her pursuit.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I like that. That makes a lot of sense, and that really fits with the dogs running away. Um, the one that I was thinking was something like uproar because it's a move that gets stronger every turn, like rollout.
Mm,
And she seems to kind of get herself hyped up. I don't really know, but I think pursuit is the far better answer to that.
nice. All right, and you know what? I tell you what. I don't know exactly what Helping Hand does, but I think I'll give that to Rumor as a secondary move.
Dude, I'm no good with the double battles. Even though I played a ROM hack that is entirely composed of double battles.
Yeah, Helping Hand feels right because she's definitely a dog who needs a partner.
Yeah. They oh man, they got like the Plusle and Minen skill trees, not skill trees, the I don't know, the Pokey skill or whatever, where it's like is stronger when Minen's around, does stronger when Plusle's around.
Yeah, exactly. Traits, I
Cuties.
think. I want to say traits.
Traits. Type later. All right, cool. Is there anything else we want to talk about Pokemon moves and pets? Is there a move that you want your pets to have? Because, like, I want the cats to have payday. I want them to scrounge up cash for me all the time.
That would be so nice.
The best that
Boy,
they
oh
can
boy.
do is Salem. I don't remember what she finds. She finds like cloth and like glasses wipes. We won't own them, and they'll just show up. Diego spontaneously generates Q-tips, which I have to argue are the two shittiest versions of payday that I can think of.
Yeah, that's not what you want. That's not the same thing as cold hard cash.
Nope.
The economy would need to be very different.
Yeah, I'm okay with being poor and not in that economy because at least in that economy or in this economy, shit still exists.
Okay. Our next question.
Our last
15.
question. Our last question.
Our next
No
and last
preamble.
question.
Just the last question. Just number 15. I need to drink
Number
water while I scroll up because my
15.
voice is tired. What was the skill that you really wanted as a kiddo but were unable to achieve? So this one's not going to surprise you at all, Connor. Think of the media that I consume. Think of the type of person that I wanted to be when younger. And oh, look at that. Still to this day. I played so many fighting games. I played so many JRPGs where people fought. I watched a lot of kung fu movies. I want to be able to do a goddamn kip up. If you don't know what that is, it's when you're flat on your back, you roll up to your shoulders, and then you push off the ground and land on your feet like a cool guy.
I thought for sure you were gonna say roundhouse kick.
No, dude, I did karate. I knew how to roundhouse kick.
Something went
It's
wrong
not
with your
hard.
priorities. Something went
It's
wrong.
it's
I haven't
quite
seen you
easy.
roundhouse kick a single time all the time that I've known you. Not a single roundhouse kick have I ever witnessed. Why can't
It's
you
because
be more violent? Why can't you do cool martial arts stunts for your friends? Just once, just once.
I mean, the answer now is because I'm a 30-something-year-old man and my body would disintegrate. But previously, since we've been friends for ages, I have no good answer. I'm a fucking idiot. We screwed up with our friendship, Connor. We should have fought more.
Oh man, drat. I mean, we tried. We tried. We did try to get into boxing together.
We did. It didn't work out great, but I did get a key to your house from your dad because of it, and I take that as a W. But yeah, but
Absolutely.
how cool would that be? I'm always on the ground, Connor, and
You
it's so
are.
much easier to get up to just flip onto my feet as opposed to go uh and push off the ground and grab the nearest table and hurt my back stepping up. That's so lame. I could have been so cool. Instead, I'm a lame boy.
Do you know mechanically how a kip up works?
Yes.
How do you actually make it happen? Because I'm trying to picture a person on the ground, and I know the beginning and the end of this sequence, but nothing about what happens in the middle.
So so you're on your back, you scrunch up and you roll onto the palms of your hands, which are underneath your shoulders, and then you push directly up as you flip your feet down and contract your abdominal muscles to pull your body with with the rest of the momentum from your hands to push up. I spent hours of my life as a kid practicing kip ups, not realizing that I needed to foster muscular strength to be able to do that. Just thinking, oh, if I do this enough times, I'll do it. Like I tried to do a backflip as a kid and I landed on my neck. I'm very lucky. I say a kid, I was like 14. I'm very lucky to be alive. Cause that's back when our bones were jelly and we could do shit like that.
Back when we had young baby flexi bones.
Yeah. Yeah,
Those are
kip
the
ups are
days.
dope. Like tell me that if you could get off the ground at that, you would not choose that more often than not.
No, absolutely. 100%. And I would spend
Right?
a lot more time on the ground too. I'm thinking specifically about having that for whatever reason. I'm thinking about this happening at your place of work. Uh, because
Yep.
then you can lie around as much as you want. And the reason for that is because usually you're not allowed to lie down when you're working because people are like, oh, he's not doing anything. He's relaxed. His head's not in the game. It'll take him a long time to like get back up and aware and back to work. But when you can kip up, that process is instantaneous, which means you are always just like 2 frames from being up and at them all at once. And so everyone will always look at you on the ground like a coiled spring, like a snake ready to strike. You're not lazy
And then
anymore. Now you're waiting.
and then you start saying like random shit that sounds like anime, like mada mada ore da se da yo. It's like fucking oh shit, he's in the zone.
Just
I wonder what I said.
oh, I do too. It
I'm
sounded
pretty
pretty
sure
good.
it's
It
I'm
gets
pretty
the
sure it's
effect.
nothing. So so I've watched enough anime that I think because Teme is that bad version of you, right? The one that way that you're not supposed to say it.
No,
And
I don't
then
know. I really don't know. Sorry.
no, you don't. Oh, it's
No,
okay.
nope. Not gonna help you out here.
And they say "da" a lot in the dubs, or not the dubs, the subs.
Sorry, man.
I'm pretty sure it's
Nope.
gibberish.
Okay. So my skill, I think probably I spent an hour on this one time, but I really intended to do more with it when I was a kid. I did want to learn how to read hieroglyphics,
Oh, that's cool.
right? Wouldn't that have been so cool?
Did you steal the Rosetta Stone for your home? Did you go on a baby boy Indiana Jones caper?
Yeah, that was the 1 hour that I put into it was assembling the wax that I would need to take like a rubbing of the Rosetta Stone so I could just take it home with me and none would be the wiser. I know, I'm pretty sure that it was like I'm positive it wasn't actually reading hieroglyphics because I just had access to a letter to letter, like letter to hieroglyph translator of the
Yeah.
standard alphabet to hieroglyph, which
Yep.
is, I gotta think, not how hieroglyphs work.
I don't think they would be written for a language that would come like what 3,000 years later.
Yeah, dude, there's no way. There's no way. I think
Because
I
like,
think that hieroglyphs had the two different systems. That one, it was like pictures meaning
yep,
concepts, and another for pictures meaning sounds for words. Neither of which would have translated perfectly into the 26 letters that we use.
no, because I think our language is closest to the like symbols meaning sounds, but like none of our letters mean a meaning. Because like,
Hmm. Hmm.
but going like on the time frame, what was that like fun fact where it's like Cleopatra was closer to the Triceratops than she was to us, like time wise? Is that not true? Am I
I
lying
don't
to you?
think so, man. That doesn't sound right because humans weren't alive when Triceratops were happening, and I don't think that Cleopatra is more than halfway. Like, she can't be that deep into all of human history.
No. What the? Okay.
Like,
So,
we got to
oh,
have
I'm
like
back.
5,000 years on the planet, right? At least. Pretty sure we're talking
Uh,
millions to get back to dinos.
what? Okay. So, it's Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landings than she did to the building of the pyramids.
Oh, there you go.
So
That is
that
a fun
means that
fact.
hieroglyphics were even fucking older than that.
Yeah. So yeah, that one didn't pan out, but it
Yep.
would be really, really, really cool to go to a museum. Like, I would find a million excuses to bring people to
Oh
like
yeah.
the Pharaoh's exhibit that's coming through town. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to stop me from dragging you there.
Yeah, I just like the idea that you walk up to one of the slabs and you just go like, what's so funny? It's like, oh, it's a dick joke. So I gotta know though, like, we know why I wanted to kip up. Why did you want to hieroglyphics? Were you like really a big Egypt boy? Like, I didn't. I never had the Egypt phase. Leah did, but not
Yeah,
me.
yeah. That went hand in hand with my mythology phase,
Yep.
where I would get a book written for like fifth grade reading level about Greek mythology and Norse mythology and
Yeah.
Egyptian mythology, and so like that kind of grabbed onto, and wouldn't it be cool if I could read this whole language? And I didn't think it
Yeah.
would be that hard. And probably it wouldn't have been that hard to memorize that 26
Yeah.
letter like decoding system.
The
But I just
little
didn't have that kind
decoder
of
ring.
focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like back at the cereal box level, uh, difficulty. But yeah, could not make myself sit down and practice. That just was not in my skill set as a
Dude,
lad.
I get it. I couldn't do that shit in school. So I can't blame past Connor. I can blame present Connor though. What the fuck? Learn hieroglyphics, my dude.
I could
Your
now,
brain's still sharp, my body's not. One of us has to live the dream.
That's right. That's right. Hey, there isn't anything stopping me from learning hieroglyphics. I have the means. I could get out there and make that the next year of my life.
Or you could just play more Berseria with me.
That is so, like, that's probably much the same issue I had when I was a kid, is I could have learned these things, or I could have gone another round on Paper Mario. That's probably my real Achilles heel at the end of the day is I just enjoy in myself too much to unlock my
Yeah.
full hieroglyphics archaeologist type potential.
If only we all had the work ethic and lack of friends of a shonen protagonist.
What a world we would live in. It would be so lonely.
It would be so lonely, but everyone would be super jacked in magic.
And we would have secret skills all the time. Everybody would constantly be coming in handy, and like the walls are closing around us always because half of those people have used their lonely time for evil. But then the other half of the time, your friend knows the one specific trick to get you out of that situation.
It's like, oh, Connor's never taken off his jacket before. This must be a very hard hieroglyph. Then you get the magic of the pharaohs because they used to be able to shoot like lasers from their fingers.
Totally. Yeah. As we all know.
Man. Like, I'm glad the world isn't falling down around us in like overt, like literal falling down around us ways. But man, it should be a lot more fun if we were like one of the 7 people in a shonen that actually got to do shit and not just the people that we'd actually be and just get like crushed by the meteor.
I think that allure is probably why people fall for conspiracy theories.
Because they want to live in a shonen.
Yeah. Yeah. Where there is an evil that we can strive against in concrete ways if we could just rally the right intelligence against it. Unfortunately, that's not how life works.
Going back to an earlier episode, how I talked about when I was 14, I was just sad because I didn't get isekai'd into Kingdom Hearts or whatever. Thank God I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I was like, oh man, life sucks. Instead of like, I need to figure it out. I gotta look through the code. Oh man, I guess I'm not special. Well, I'm gonna go play Tekken now.
I guess Scientology isn't going to get me. Oh well.
Well,
who else can go play Tekken now? The listeners, because we're at the end of our show.
You didn't need to listen this far, but you did, and we appreciate it. No, seriously, if you want to play Tekken, shoot me and Connor an email at
theanswersthelemon@gmail.com.
Wow, I can't believe you fucked it up that hard.
Damn it.
This is episode 47.
Lemonanswers@gmail.com.
Lemonanswers@gmail.com. Seriously, bro, I will play you. I am trash, and I am Azucena. If you want, you can check out all our funny memes that will be restarting soon at
The answer is a lemon.
The Answer's a Lemon on social media. If you want to help out your boys and get us a little bit more reach, tell your friends. Give us 5 stars on the rating things. Just be a cool guy out in the world. That's all we ask for. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
So the thing I said with the kip up is whatever Vaughn says when he kips up in Legend of Legaia.